Yo, what's going on? Welcome back to my channel, Airshaw Graphics. If you haven't subscribed, go ahead and do so by hitting that red and green button in the lower right hand corner. Time to get started. Working on a pants leg design. In my prior video, I just showed you this right here. So now I'm going to explain to you how I put this design into Photoshop and print it out on transparency. So this is a pretty long design. It's like about 13 inches long. No, I'm sorry. It's about 24 inches long. So I had to build even a bigger screen, more like about 30 inches long. So I'll download this design into the computer. As you can see, this right here is just an 8.5 by 11. And so in order to print the size I want, I will have to print 4 letters at a time. So starting with the top 4 letters. I will go here, I will print that out just like that. And then once I print that out, actually I print a couple of sheets out to make it nice and dark. Once I print that out, then what I do is I take my cursor and I will move it to the next 4 letters. Make sure it fits centered inside the 8.5 by 11 box right there. And then I would print that out just like that. And then I will print the last 2 letters. Which would be like that. Let me bring this back down. Yeah, the last 2 letters will be printed. I have it about like that. And then I'll go ahead and I will print these last 2 letters out on transparency. Then once I print on my transparency, then I will go over to the light table and I would tape each sheet together. And this is how it will come out. It'll come out just like this. Of course, I would snip this bottom part out where it will come out just like this. So I would just tape it up with some Scotch tape. Then I go here, I burn my screen. And I do have my screen burned and everything. So I have it set up over here, which will be here. Also, I had to make a longer board, which is this right here. So this here, I'm thinking it's about 20 something inches. Let me see. It's like close to 24 inches. I almost made my design a little bit too long for this, but it barely fits the board. I also done a test print. The test print came out okay, so now I'm gonna do the real deal. My heat flash drive should be hot enough. I normally print on the left side, but she said she wants the print to be on the right side this time, so. Let's see how this come out. What I like about these sweats, it doesn't have any elastic on it, so it's a lot easier to slide onto the board. Doesn't have any elastic around the ankle. And what I want to do is I want to make sure my seam is parallel with the board. And as long as my seam is parallel to the board, going all the way across, then I shouldn't have a problem with putting it on here crooked. No, dealing with a crooked print or anything like that, because I got it nice and straight. All right. Make sure I got it at the right position. That should be good enough. I'm working with a 10-inch squeegee, by the way. I normally use a 6-inch squeegee, but I think I feel a little bit better by using a 10-inch. Looks pretty good. I think one more coat should do it. Now, the drying process is going to take a little longer. Going to have to dry half and half. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to dry the top half first. And my heat flash dryer should be warm enough for me to dry it for maybe 10 to 12 seconds. Then I'm going to dry the bottom half, so I'm going to roll my heat flash dryer over to the lower half of the design. Let that heat up for about, I give it about a good 10-15 seconds. All right. Let it cool off a little bit. Hopefully this will be my last coat. I think I might need a little bit more ink on my screen. All right. Go ahead, take it off the board and put it back on for my final flash. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna dry the lower part of the design first for about 30 seconds. And then after that, I'm gonna do the upper part for another 30 seconds, and that should do it. All right. Yeah, I'll do the upper part. Another 30 seconds. And that should do it. And there you have it. All right, thanks for watching my channel, ASR Graphics. pants leg design. Subscribe to your boy, Airshaw Graphics. All right, now.